What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today I thought I'd do a pretty random video and try out Vampire Survivors on my main computer here. Only reason I'm doing that is I kind of figured, oh, it's the easiest game in the world to run. Even a Steam Deck can do it flawlessly. Well, not when you get to the end. It dropped down to like 5-6 FPS, and even my laptop on integrated graphics, not the 6800M, it was dropping down into the 20s once you got to the end. 6800M stayed above 60 the whole time, but I figured, okay, well, that's only at 1080p, so let's go see how 4K handles it. Now, this is like a top-of-the-line computer, so this should have no problem staying at 120 the whole time, or at the very least staying above 60 the whole time, but I never put a frame counter on before, and funny enough, that was tough to do too, so we're gonna have to use the Steam one, because none of the other ones work. Not just Fraps, not Afterburner, not hardware monitor, not anything. Well, of course, hardware info and all that shit's not gonna work. If frickin' Afterburner doesn't work, they use the same statistics server, but none of the other things work is the whole point, so we gotta use the stupid Steam FPS counter up in the corner, but at least we got that. I was about ready to have to call the video off. Steam Deck worked, but that's got that cool little thing that looks like MSI Afterburner that comes up no matter what game you're in all the time. See, that's one of the main reasons I like Steam OS. If I just had a Windows version of those, I'd be running the same problem. It'd go, well, I don't care. Too bad. You don't get frames. You don't get to see what your CPUs are doing. Sorry. So that's one of the big pluses I like about the Steam Deck. It's a very nice operating system, especially for all the games that do work. It's just sucky when it comes to anything that uses anti-cheat. Anyway, though, we're going off track here, so why don't we quickly go over the specs of this thing real quick before we jump in. We got 13900KF RTX4090 MSI Gaming Trio, 1600 watt EVGA PSU Platinum rated. We got an ASUS Z790 Gaming E motherboard, 32 gigs of 6400 megahertz RAM, 32 CAS latency. Then we got ourselves a custom loop with a Velocity 2 block cooling the CPU, and we got a 420mm radiator with some Noctua fans on it, and then we got an LG C1 for a monitor, 48 inches, it's OLED, and it's awesome. 120 hertz, G-Sync or FreeSync. You're not limited. You can get whatever GPU you want, and the variable refresh rate technology will work. Anyway, though, now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and hop on into the game and see how this one does. We'll get a tiny bit of gameplay with the screen recorded, like 4 minutes, and then we'll just hop into the camera and get, who knows, maybe like 8 to 10 minutes of that. Hopefully I can get to the end, but if I can't, I'll just let you guys know what I got, just like I did on the ASUS G15 Advantage. But we will have to wait and see once we get in there. But, well, let's get started, shall we? Well, all right. Let's try some Vampire Survivors here later in the game on my main computer here. Now, it's kind of been a pain in the ass. It kept not recording with Shadowplay the first couple of times I did this, so I kept getting like level 60, 70, and then it just wouldn't record. So I'm going to try starting recording a little earlier in like the 40s, late 40s, and see if it can record without fucking up this time. Fuck you, praying mantises. What do we want? Let's go with that. Ooh, now we'll get some fire. I spit hot fire. Wow, that lasts a while. Oh yeah, I'll take some more speed. Fuck yeah. Don't want to accidentally eat into my chicken yet. That's for later in case I get fucked up and damaged. I have quite a lot of it lying around. Because to my knowledge, it does not ever disappear until you pick it up. Ooh, there's some more experience from floating around. Sometimes I have to backtrack to go pick it back up, you know? We'll let that pass through some more enemies. This is a very, very fun and addictive game, though.
It gets harder though once you get that curse freaking thing from the little shop. Makes it way harder on yourself. There's more of you and you do less damage as far as I'm concerned, or at least that's what it looks like. I can't even beat that. I had to like reset my shit just so I can make this video. Because I was easily getting to the end with the Grim Reaper all the time. And then once I started leveling up, I was like, wow, now I can't anymore. That's a lot harder than I thought. I kind of got to make this video. So I'll put those back afterwards. That way I can at least try to get a little farther here. Or maybe I should at least beat the game before I like even put anything into that. You know, like go through all the levels. There's still a couple of things I have not beaten, and there's a bunch of things I haven't beaten with the people. And there's people I haven't unlocked. I think there's still 3 characters I haven't unlocked. At least it looks like there's space for 3. I guess that doesn't necessarily mean there's gonna be 3 people left, but that's just what I would assume. But it does appear that we're not getting 120 the whole time. We're getting more like 90 to 96, which is still plenty, but not as much as I thought it was going to get, so I'm a little surprised. Another thing I really ought to do is just go like overclock this thing and tinker with my RAM, but I've been being just lazy. I've been enjoying the stability of it being almost stock, but slightly overclocked a little by the motherboard itself. And I tinkered for like ever on my 5950X rig that I had before this. So I figured this time, fuck it, I'm just gonna mostly just chill out. It is running fine right now. I'm sure I could get a couple more FPS in games if I did all that, but there's none that I'm really like, oh shoot, I can't run. When you have a 4090, that doesn't really happen. At least not yet. I'm sure it will happen eventually. Well, I know it'll happen eventually. It happens to everything. Go and look at my 3090. That thing used to be an absolute monster, and now it's almost, honestly, mid-range. It's still high-end, though. It's on the very bottom of high-end now, though. That's the problem. Well, not really a problem, but that's just the thing with technology. It advances. What was a top dollar high-end card at one point eventually becomes a, you know, bargain bin, like, budget card. Like, there'll be a day where this 4090 falls or gets owned by, like, the GT 1030 class card, like, 10, 15 years from now, you know? But that's a lot of fucking years in the computer world, so you should be upgrading before then anyway, but might even upgrade to the 4090 Ti when it comes out, if it's actually going to be, like, halfway decent, you know? Like a decent worthwhile upgrade. That's why I didn't get a 3090 Ti. I was like, okay, well, I have to spend $2,000 to get like usually less than 10% more performance. So nope. And I would have been able to sell my other card, you know, and get a little bit of money back. I could have probably sold that thing for like $800 at the time, but still, why even bother? I just decided, nope, I'm just gonna wait until the 40 series came out. And I'm glad I did. 4090 was a way bigger jump. And it was cheaper, so it's a weird thing to say, but I saved money by not getting a 3090 Ti for nearly $2 grand. My 4090 was only $1,600, well, $1,700 with the tax and all that shit. Man, these plants have so much fucking life. Man, it takes forever to kill them. We're shocking the hell out of them and garlicking the hell out of them, and they just ain't dying quick. Oh shit, I hurt myself a little. Oh well. I do regain a teensy tiny minuscule amount of life if I just don't get hit, so if I just don't get hit for a while, I'll eventually heal. See, already almost did. We're already almost healed. Oh shit. Oh shit, there's a fucking, what do they call that? Clover. thought I heard my door open. I should go check on that as soon as we're done with this video. And in the meantime, I pull out my gun. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's nothing. I haven't heard any noise since, so it's probably just some stick or something hitting the side of the house. It's a little windy out there. Anyway.
Well, alright guys, let's get ourselves a little camera game playing now. Hopefully I don't die. This game's been a devil of a thing to record with shadow play. I got to the point I wanted to around here last time, and then it just refused to start recording. Hit Alt F9 a bunch of times, wouldn't record. No matter what I did. But this time it did. Supposedly. We'll see once I get done with the camera. If not, I'm just going to make it all camera. I don't care. Hopefully you guys can see that small little thing up there, though. It's getting about 95-ish FPS right now. It unfortunately cannot hit 120 all the time. It just doesn't seem to do it. Probably because it's such a low bit game that I'm getting the GPU doesn't clock up very high. My CPU is just always at like certain megahertz. I figure what that is. It's just basically it still has all of its single core, so it can still go up to like 5.8 gigahertz single core, but for the most part it just stays at 5.5 gigahertz all the time, 24/7, and 4.5 I think on the E cores. That's just the motherboard doing that. That's something I turned on. It really helped. Oh, and the cache. Ring bus or cache or whatever they heck what was it? Yeah, ring bus, not cache. That shit was at like 5200 megahertz. Still though, it's not dropping frames much. It can't hit 100 all the time at 4K here with this kind of game, but we're still getting well over 60. And even though all this shit's on the screen right now, it's barely making it drop any FPS at all. We went down to we went up to 120 now. Maybe we get to a certain point and it's like, oh, okay, I'll work a little harder. Alright, screw you, dude. I'm just gonna stand in front of you and, like, kill you. Wow, you have a lot of life, plant thing. I'm like a garlic weed whacker. Hey, and then with the lightning, I'm fertilizing the land with dead carcasses. That and I don't know if this is true, but I remember in school they taught us that lightning, like, fertilizes the land it strikes, but I don't know if that's real or that's just some science teacher pulling some bullshit on me. I never really looked into it, so I don't want to sit here and talk in absolutes, of course. But that's what they said. Whether or not it's true, it's not. Hey, you have to Google that one. Used to want to be a meteorologist, but you gotta be really good at math. And that was my weakest subject by far. It kind of screwed me out of a lot of things I kind of wanted to do, but it is what it is. I'm still happy. I get to make cool YouTube videos all day. And still make a decent amount of money from other random venues. Where I don't have to have a normal 9 to 5. It's very nice. Though a lot of people would argue, oh, that's gotta be boring. I'd go crazy if I was just stuck at home all day. Well, not me. But most people don't have extreme social anxiety either, so. Being at home and away from people is like my absolute paradise. Screw you, little ghosts. still in the 90s. 94 to 97. I don't think this is gonna go under 60 no matter what, to be honest with you. I'd be surprised, unless the game is just coded like garbage. But I don't even know what engine it runs. It could be Java, it could be DirectX, could be Vulkan. I don't effing know. Uh-oh. I need to, like, make myself a fucking way out there. Holy shit. If I kept staying there, I would have surely died. Let's grab some of the food I left around for this exact reason. There we go. Alright, let's get out of there again. Fuck yeah, go lightning. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Well, I guess that is it. I was hoping I could get farther than that, but I didn't pick the right stuff this time. Sometimes I get dealt a shitty hand in this game when it comes to all the stuff on the roulette wheels and things they drop, and hell, sometimes I just pick stupid shit. Sometimes I'll pick some good shit, but not this time. So, why don't we go wrap this video on up now? This one is obviously playing absolutely flawlessly. I figured it would. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Vampire Survivors on the main computer, and thus a wrap altogether for that game. And at least my main computer was able to handle it, and laptop was able to handle it as long as you use the dedicated GPU, but so far just the Steam Deck and the integrated had issue. Integrated on the laptop. So, yeah, not the easiest game to run unless you have at least a halfway decent computer, but most people do, and the Steam Deck and laptop only ran into problems when you get to the very end with all those crazy people. And I was still able to not die because of the lag. It wasn't as fun, but it is what it is. And now we're done with this game, and we can move on to the next game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because it was sure as hell fun to make for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.